Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to St. Michael's e-learning classes. My name is Francis sir, and today, my dear children, we will be continuing with chapter number 12 of Social Science for Standard 5. In our last class, we had started this chapter number 12. The name of the chapter is Conservation of Environment. We had ended till controlling air pollution. So today we will move forward and we will see the next part, that is controlling water pollution. So how we can control water pollution? So let's read it. Some measures to control water pollution are listed below. So we have the points regarding controlling water pollution. Point number 1. Treat sewage before releasing it into the main drainage channels. Point number 2. Reduce the usage of chemical fertilizers in farming. Point number 3. Prevent the use of chemical soaps and detergents in rivers and ponds for washing, bathing or any other purpose. Point number 4. Prevent the disposal of waste in rivers and seas. Point number 5. Prevent the discharge of industrial effluents into rivers. And the last point, prevent construction in coastal areas and backwaters. So we'll see the points one by one. First of all, we have to treat the sewage. That is, we have to see what type of sewage it is before throwing it in the rivers. And the second point is reduce the use of chemical fertilizers. So we must reduce the chemical fertilizers as it is harmful. Third point, it is prevent the use of chemical soaps. So we have to prevent the use of chemical soaps and detergents because it pollutes the river waters. Next, we come to point number 4. Prevent disposal of waste into rivers and seas. So we must prevent the disposal of waste into rivers and seas. Next, we come to point number 5. That is, prevent the discharge of industrial effluents. Effluents means the industrial waste. We must prevent the discharge of industrial waste. And last, we come to prevent construction in coastal areas and backwaters. We must prevent the construction in near coastal areas and backwaters so that the water is not polluted. So prevent construction. Where? In coastal areas and backwaters. So these are the ways in which we can control water pollution. Let's see the next portion which we study, my dear children, is controlling soil pollution. Controlling soil pollution. Now let's see how we can control soil pollution. Excuse me. Some measures to control land pollution or soil pollution, both are same, are listed below. Point number one, prevent the disposal of garbage in the open. Point number 2, have separate biodegradable and non-biodegradable bins to dispose garbage. Biodegradable substances are the ones that can be broken down by bacteria and absorbed by the soil like vegetable waste. Non-biodegradable waste like plastic do not decompose naturally. Point number 3, build compost pits to dispose biodegradable garbage. It increases soil fertility in the long run. Point number 4, set up recycling plants to treat garbage. Point number 5, set up landfill sites in the city outskirts. And point number 6, dispose biomedical and radioactive waste under proper regulation. So we'll see the points one by one. My dear children, the first is we must prevent the disposal of garbage. We must not throw garbage in the open. To prevent disposal of garbage in the open. should have separate bins for biodegradable and non-biodegradable bins. So have separate bins. Now, when we come to biodegradable, it means that they are those waste which can be broken down by the bacteria and they can be mixed with the soil, like vegetable waste. And when we come to the second part of bin, that is non-biodegradable. Obviously, by the name itself, you can understand they cannot be decomposed into the soil. They cannot be mixed with the soil. And like they are plastics, so we must have separate bins for biodegradable as well as non-biodegradable waste. Point number 3, we must compose pits to dispose garbage. Now compost pits, what are compost pits? Compost pits are areas where we can dispose the biodegradable garbage. So we must build compost pits. Next, point number 4, we must set up recycling plants so that the waste can be recycled and it can be used again. Point number 5, it is we must set up landfill sites. Now what are landfill sites? Landfill sites, my dear children, are those areas where we can the disposal of water is there or waste is there manually by burning it. In other words, it is a place which is kept empty and we have to fill in it with the garbage. And when we come to the last point, that is point number 6. The last point under controlling soil pollution is we must check or dispose biodegradable and radioactive waste. That is, we must dispose the biomedical waste and radioactive waste, which are very much harmful, under proper regulations. Now we'll see the next question, my dear children, which is conserving biodiversity. Now, under conserving biodiversity means we are protecting the food, the forest as well as the wildlife conservation. Biodiversity means we are controlling the forest as well as the wildlife. Let's see how we are controlling it. First, we come to forest conservation. How we can conserve or protect the forest? Forests add to the green cover of a planet. They breathe out oxygen, which is essential for our survival. They prevent soil erosion and floods. Forests encourage rainfall and provide us with many forest goods like timber, medical plants and fodder. They are also the home of many wild animals. Yes, as we have studied in our earlier chapters, my dear children, that forests, they add the green cover of our planet. They give out oxygen, they prevent soil erosion, floods, they encourage rainfall, and they provide us with forest goods like timber, medicinal plants and fodder. So they are very much useful for us. Not only to us but to animals also, as they are the home of many wild animals. Forest conservation initiatives like urban forestry and rural forestry have been taken up by the government of India. Urban forestry, now we come to two various categories management under forest conservation, that is urban forestry and we have rural forestry. Now, when we come to urban forestry, we need to understand that urban forestry pertains to the management of trees on public lands like parks and roadsides. So, urban means we are managing the trees and on public lands. Like parks and roadsides. And when we come to the rural forestry, it includes agroforestry and community forestry. Agro and community forestry. Now, rural forestry includes agroforestry and community forestry. Such programs are carried out to promote afforestation. So, when we come to the rural forestry, agroforestry and community forestry are being practiced to promote afforestation, that is planting more trees in the forest areas. Apart from these, events like Van Mahotsav and Environment Day are also being celebrated. They are promoted to conserve forests. So in this way, my dear children, we have finished the forest conservation. In our next class, we will move ahead with the wildlife conservation. So till then, please revise. Thank you.